Okay there, how is everybody doing? So, Buddy is presently running on like a negative 12% brain power and about 4 hours of sleep. So, we're gonna try and make the best of this. Hope you guys are doing well. How are y'all doing? Let's get started on this shiny hen. Yeah, I'm running on very low amounts of sleep, so probably not gonna do a Tears of the Kingdom stream later tonight, because I'm pretty sure like 10 p.m. tonight, I'm just gonna crash out. It's just brain paste. Granted, my brain's already paced, but it's gonna be like extra paced. Hey there, that dude today. How you doing? Really? Which starter did you get? Did you get the cat? Did you get the elusive cat that Sly has been not able to find? Or did you get Josuke? Glad you're doing well, that dude. Hey, you got Josuke. Nice. We still have to hunt Josuke. We, for those who don't know, that is Quackley. We refer to the Quackley family as Josuke. Yeah, my brain is just paced. My brain is just paced all the time. Oh, nice. It's actually pretty much like not quite halfway odds, but more or less a little over half odds. Pretty good. That's pretty good. But yeah, we're just doing our shiny hunt for the doggo again. So hopefully we end up getting it today, or at least one of them, because we need two. We need both golden dogs. Don't forget, I have another. Really? Do you not have a Masuda Ditto either? Do you not have a Masuda Ditto? So are you like full odds, or do you have a Masuda Ditto? Okay, you have a Masuda Ditto. Sunburn is not fun. I've had Sunburn before. It's not pleasant. Very, very, very not good to have. But yeah, I make no promises about the mental cohesion I am going to have today. Because again, 4 hours of sleep, if not less, is what I am operating under. And it is very painful. I would generally like cold showers, that generally helped, but yeah, there's really not much you can do when you have a sunburn. There is not much other than just try and ride it out. But yeah, how is everybody? And again, guys, if you haven't done so, no, do not do that, Blorb. Do not do that. That is a formal declaration of war to Italians, using pineapple juice in pizza. That is a formal declaration of war on us. You don't put pineapple juice in pizza. You don't do that. That's just rude. How are you guys doing, though? How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? No deerling. I want more shiny deerling. I want the joke to continue. Worse than breaking spaghetti noodles. Yes. Yes, that is worse than breaking spaghetti noodles. Breaking spaghetti noodles is a sign of you don't know how to do it yet. Breaking spaghetti noodles is a sign of you just haven't learned how to make spaghetti noodles properly. That is something that you learn with time. But putting in pineapple juice, that can only be out of pure spite. No shiny Pokemon. Is that how long your shiny drought's been, E? Hello, Gayla, how are you doing? I am forehead. I am indeed a forehead. Just for portion reasons. Yeah, there's other reasons to split spaghetti for that reason. There's other reasons. It's not just messing up the stuff. How you doing? Yikes, 1 month out shinies. That is painful. That is not a good time. That is not a good time. I'm not spoon-fed, Kayla. If I was spoon-fed, I wouldn't be over odds on the shiny golden doggo. If I was actually properly spoon-fed with my shinies, Kayla, don't you think I'd have my shiny dog already? I don't have my dog already. So I'm not spoon-fed. I'm not spoon-fed. We've established this fact. Shine. Yeah. Mudkip. Here's the thing. Don't actively seek to get that one. Because then it will never appear. We've learned this from Sly. If you actively seek it, you'll never find it. It's gonna be mostly lurking. Okay. Champions League. The Champions League final. I have no idea what that means. I have no clue what the Champions League final is, unless, like, that's a Pokemon? Unless, like, that's, like, Pokemon thing? I wanted just more shiny. Yeah, I know, I just want it, but more just as shiny. Yeah, makes sense, Mudkip. Makes sense. That's a good strategy. I still haven't figured out when we're going to be shiny hunting Sprigatito and Quaxley. Oh, soccer. Or as you people, as the Europeans call it, football. Yeah, I don't watch sport ball. The only time I ever watch sports is if I'm watching football or baseball with my dad, and that's it. Other than that, I do not watch sports. I know absolutely nothing about sports otherwise. Not anymore. The wind changed and the smoke is now blowing in a different direction. It is apparently, supposedly, the wind's gonna change back, and it might be coming back, but hopefully by then the smoke should have dissipated enough. But yeah, the smoke from the forest fires is mostly not bothering anymore. It's just the winds changed the course of it, which is good, because again, it was the most unnerving thing, waking up and just seeing the sky glowing yellow. It was terrifying. Like, not only terrifying, it was just the most unsettling thing. And just having this just blood red sky hanging in the air all day, and all the light coming through into your room is just red. It was beyond unsettling. So I actually needed to explain to one of my friends why it is that when, like, smoke and stuff blocks, like, is in the air, why it actually makes all the light red, or like it makes everything seem like it's red. It's because it blocks out the green and blue, like the yellow wavelengths of light, the short wavelengths of light. Those get blocked out, so they just like scatter and bounce back. Whereas like the red and the orange, they make it through. So Meta, did you hear Zelda explaining what a blood moon does? No, I don't. No, I didn't hear Zelda explaining what the blood moon does, because we know it was, because it's not Zelda. It is not Zelda. We have proof it is not Zelda. Hello there, Melon. Welcome back. It's been a while. It is good to see you. But how is everybody doing? And again, guys, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And then it's all the lame monsters give them the body. Yeah. Also spoilers. I think it was fairly clear. I think it was fairly clear from the get-go that it was. I had a feeling the first time that Blood Moon appeared, and the first time we saw Zelda, it was like, something's off. Something, like, it's exactly. Yeah. It's like, it is the most telegraphed thing. It is beyond telegraphed. It is not subtle at all. Which, I respect the lack of subtlety, that they actually went with it. I respect that lack of subtlety. No, it's all good, B. It's all good. It's all good. Also, unrelated, related, semi-related, the Elite Battle League Season 6 is going to be starting up soon. The draft is going to be tomorrow. So more Elite Battle League for all of those who have enjoyed the Elite Battle League. It will be returning. We are going to be participating for Season 6 of the EBL and this time, I hope to do better. This time, I will not be shackled by thinking that Kartana is good. This time, I will not fall into the trap of thinking Kartana is good. Hello there, Midnight. How are you doing? Hello, it is I, the Midnight. I thought you were going to say, hello, it is Infinite. I thought that's what you were going to say, Midnight, but also the works. Also chillin', I missed you. Hello there. Hello, Go Looper. Finally built my Urshifu. Just 4 more mon to build and 2 still to get. Yeah. Honestly, building Pokemon for competitive purposes has been so much easier with this game. I love it. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I look forward to Season 6 of the Elite Battle League, and I most certainly am looking forward to getting revenge on Sly. I have gone to the same spot 3 times over, and each time I have gone to that same, I have gotten that Royal Broadsword. I don't know what you're doing wrong. Did you pick up that sword? Did you pick it up each time? Or do you and just make sure it is being reset? Because I have gone to that same spot 3 times, and every time I have gotten that pristine Royal Broadsword. You can if you want, Melon. There is an art channel for the Discord. Tornadoes and Water Terror, Urshifu, Rapid Strikes, Dunk on Energy Electric. Why Water Terra? Why water? Hello there, Rocky Ruff. How you doing? Rocky the Doggo. How you doing? We still got a shiny on at some point. Rock Ruff proper, as well as well then again the. Yeah, we'll do midday, not midday. We'll do Dusk Lycan Rock as a special time. Do it. Glad you're doing well. Glad you're doing well. I still hope to someday find another shiny improvement around here. You are not. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Season 6 of the Elite Battle League. I've got a plan. I've got most of my team planned out. The only real issue is I don't know what the draft order is. Like, it would be immensely helpful if I knew what the draft order was, so I could be certain, like, okay, well, I know this person's not going to pick this thing, so I can, like, be safe for a while. Yeah, but that's the thing is, I just want to know what the order is. Because that way I can actually start planning things a little bit more in depth. Because right now I have, like, a vague idea of a bunch of things. And, like, some of it's going to work, some of it's not. But I just want to know what the order is going to be. So I can, like, finalize and prep stuff more. Also the brackets. Okay. We all know what Sly's going for first. And we all know Sly's not going to get sniped. We all know what it's going to be. And we know he won't get sniped because no one else is going to pick it. So how does the EBL draft work? Okay. It is a snake draft. So, say I'm number 1 in the order. Number 2 is Midnight. Number 3 is Mudkip. Number 4 is Sly. The order would go, I pick first. Then Midnight picks second. Mudkip picks third. Then Sly picks last. But Sly then picks a second time. Then it goes Mudkip, Midnight, me, Midnight, Mudkip, Sly, and then repeat. So it's basically, again, snake draft. So row 1, if you do it in like columns, it goes, okay, over, down, over, down, over, down. Yeah, it's a snake draft. I think that for a draft league like this, it is honestly the best way of doing things, because that way, you know, the person who rolls last doesn't get screwed over. Because on the one hand, yeah, guy who picks first, like, they get the first pick. They get like their #1 guaranteed assured pick. But they also get their second pick after everyone else has already gotten their first 2. So that is like actually really good. So it's good for that. And I've actually used a snake draft having like the 2 picks at the end to my advantage in certain like in doubles formats. I have used that to my advantage where I wasn't last, but I was like second to last, so it went me, someone, that person picks 2, and then it goes back to me. I used that to, in a doubles format, pick Terrakion Whimsicott. Because what I did was I first picked Whimsicott, because after that, no one's gonna pick Terrakion after. No one's gonna pick Terrakion, Virizion, or Cobalion after someone has sniped Whimsicott. So I was like, okay, well I'll just get Terrakion next because no one's gonna take it. I'm safe. If not, it's not. Oh, it's all right, Melon. It is all right. Just make sure that you didn't get sub-purged. Just make sure that you did not get purged-rhythmed. Because people have gotten purged-rhythm. Like, Creepypasta Lady watches actively, and like a few months ago, she got purged. It's like, weird. The purged-rhythm is dumb, is the best way of phrasing it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the EBL. But also, rules for the EBL, if you guys haven't, if you guys are unfamiliar with the Elite Battle League, which I highly encourage you to check out the Elite Battle League. Basically, rules are this. It is 6v6, single battles, no items. So, you're not allowed to have any items on your Pokemon, and your opponents are not allowed to have any items. Which means, yeah, no Focus Sash, but it also means no Choice Scarf. Also means Zacian can't hold the Rusted Sword. Also means, Zamazenta can't hold the Rusted Shield, no Giratina Origin form, because, no Grizius Orb, and basically that. So, it's, I like the rules of it. And you have to bring in every single one of your Pokemon at least once in the regular season to qualify for playoffs. So I'm looking forward to it. And, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I hope that I'm looking forward to seeing what Jakey XY does, though. I'm assuming Tailwind become more popular in the format. Not really. No, it's single battles. It's not doubles. It's in Sword and Shield. It is in Sword and Shield because we don't know when the rollouts of Pokemon Home things are going to be like, okay, when certain Pokemon are going to be able to come back in. So we don't want to start up the season in Scarlet Violet. Oh, halfway through the thing, our entire thing is just completely irrelevant because a new wave of Pokemon just got released in Scarlet Violet. So we're doing it still back in Sword and Shield. So terrestrializing is still a thing. But the other thing is that you have to remember, Blorb, is Tailwind is only 4 turns, including the turn you set it. So you really only get functionally 3 turns out of it. Though if you do want to see some interesting single shenanigans, we did manage to pull off a singles Trick Room in the previous season and defeated the former champion with a singles Trick Room strategy. Highly recommend you check that one out. It's gonna be a delight. Speaking of Scarlet Violet, still need to finish the game. How have you not finished this game already, Melon? How have you not? This game's been out for what, like 8 months? 6, 8 months? 7. I think it's been out for 7 months. Yeah, 7 months. Maybe 7 months. But yeah, remember, also back in Sword and Shield, so like Dynamax Max Airstream exists. And yeah, defending you, right for man, because yeah. Really? Yeah, so you are Shulk. You are Shulk at the moment, that dude. Shulk. Wish there was an item that was like, make rooms left on her. Honestly, I don't think, even if there was an item that extended the duration of things like Trick Room, if it would even be beneficial. Because we talked about this a bit ago. I don't know if it was you specifically that brought it up, but we did talk about this a while ago. And it's that all of the Pokemon that actually utilize Trick Room, there's another item that they actually want far more than a hypothetical Trick Room extender. They want things like a damage resist berry to, survive a hit to set up Trick Room. They want leftovers to, you know, of course, get passive sustain. They want, like, you know, citrus berry just to get gradual health back. You know, well, to get, you know, big burst health back. Even if there was, hypothetically, some Trick Room extending item, it wouldn't really help. I don't think that there's, like, anything that actually learns Sturdy. I don't think there is anything that actually gets Sturdy and also simultaneously learns Trick Room. Because I don't think there's any Psychic types that have Sturdy. Because it's generally Psychic types and Ghost types that have access to Trick Room. Yeah, it wouldn't really do anything. Well, look, that dude, what we're saying is, even if there was a Trick Room extender, it wouldn't be beneficial. There is no... It's more so what you're giving up to extend a Trick Room is not worth the benefits of it. Because remember, doubles is very short. Doubles generally runs single-digit single-digit turn numbers for, like, the entire game. It very rarely goes in double digits. So, you don't really need an 8-turn Trick Room. Because the whole point of Trick Room is you get in as much pressure as you can at the get-go. So, if you can't finish it quick, you're kind of screwed. Because there's a lot of Trick Room countermeasures. And the longer those Trick Room countermeasures can actually take place, the less good Trick Room teams are actually going to perform. So it's more a thing if you're just giving up too much to hypothetically extend Trick Room. And very likely, even if one did exist, it wouldn't be super meta impactful. Who knows? Maybe it could. Maybe there is some hypothetical thing where it actually would be really, really good. Is there a thing over there? Is there a thing over there in the grass, like a Pokemon? I thought I saw something that was, like, green. That wasn't the Scizor. Not the Scizor, the Scyther. Okay, no, I thought that one of the Hopper was shiny. Okay, understandable, Midnight. Understandable. But yeah, I look forward to seeing what Season 6 of the EVL brings. I look forward to it. I look forward to it. I've got a new plan. I have a new plan for Season 6, because the main issue I had last time with Season 5 was I was wholly unfamiliar with, like, I guess, like, the metagame that was the Elite Battle League and what was good, why it was good. And Kartana sucked. Like, Kartana is a really strong Pokemon. But in the EVL, it's not very good. It had a great season once. I think it was, like, Season 2 is when Kartana was really, really, really good. But that was also before, like, the players, like, the people in the EVL became a bit more knowledgeable and were more able to adapt around it, you know, as time went on. The skill climbed, so Kartana couldn't do as much as it did because now people were able to expect and destroy it. Because this is the thing about Kartana that just kind of amazes me. You can one-shot it with resisted water moves. You know, depending on the user of the move, you can one-shot it with resisted water moves. Basically, neutral special attacks will rip straight through it. It will not survive. If you can outspeed it and you have a neutral special attack, Kartana's gone. Before I beat Violet, I'm going to eat some pizza. Pizza is delicious. Probably should get through Violet so I can shiny honey. Yeah. I mean, you can pretty much get the shiny charm before you even beat the game. You just need someone to trade you the Miraidon, Koraidon, and I believe you can't catch Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant until you beat the game. I could be wrong on that. Oh yeah, I got a new chapstick holder. Because one thing you do when you stream is your lips will get chapped very quickly. They will get chapped very, very quickly. Pizza is delicious. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if this game's DLC actually adds in any competitive preparation materials. Because in Sword and Shield, they added in the ability patch with the DLC. So it'll be interesting if they, you know, will add something to that. I hope at some point they add in, like, an inverse bottle cap where it will turn a stat to 0. But I'm not counting on that. The funny thing is, if you're going for the quickest way to shiny hunt, it is still better to go with the charm than it is, because it's really a thing of the speed up from your higher odds outweighs the going straight into shiny hunting on a statistical level because of how much time extra statistically you need to spend to get everything. So it would still be better to go for the shiny charm if you want your fastest hunting. I believe only if you're hunting like a singular Pokemon would it be better to not go for it. But even then, depending on what that Pokemon is, it would still be better. Actually, you need to beat the game anyway in order to get Urban Mystica. Well, reliably get Urban Mystica depending on online raids. So even then, yeah, it still is beneficial to go for the shiny charm, purely because you actually save more time in the long run with how much it shortens your hunts than it is to get straight into hunting. I've actually done this math before. I have done this math. Most of it is like high extrapolation from the Zapdos shiny hunt, where Zapdos shiny hunt was, I believe it was 4 streams of about 3 hours apiece, and that was a reset hunt where we actually almost hit odds. So hitting odds was, we would have probably gone for another hour. So what? So like between 10 and 13 hours. So we'll just lowball it, like say like 10 and a half hours for that shiny hunt with shiny charm. Shiny charm cuts the odds by 1/3, more or less. Cuts the odds by 1/3. So triple that to 30 hours for a single shiny hunt. It cuts your time by 1/3, meaning even if you have to spend, like, say, 3 hours grinding out the decks, in the long run, that'll actually shorten a lot of your hunts by a very, very high amount. Count 13 to 14 random full odds, charm, shiny, zip. Yeah. I mean, there's also time, again, it is a thing with Pokemon. There's randomness. You know, you will find shinies massively under odds. There is always, that's why I said statistically, that is the way the math works, but empirically it'll always end up being different. Purely down to it is the random nature of the game. Because again, a good example is Shiny Ho-Oh Dynamax Adventures. Had I not gone for the shiny charm with that, statistically, I would have gone to over 2,100 Dynamax Adventures. For that Ho-Oh. And that was a year of hunting that. A year and like 4 months of shiny hunting that thing. Actually, the thing was, what, November, December, January, February, March, April. Yeah, over a year and a half. Over a year and a half and triple that. That would have taken 4.5 years, statistically. I don't know if I told you, but I was going to do a tear right down to nowhere, get ambushed by low kicks, and then do... Nice! I love that. That's awesome. That's the same sort of thing actually happened with me getting ambushed by my shiny Paldean Tauros. A bit similar, not the exact same, but like a bit similar, and it's always... It's a good feeling when those hyper-aggressive Pokemon actually ram into you and they're shiny. So the hyper-aggressiveness acts as helpful. Honestly, Dynamax Adventure shiny hunting isn't really that bad. The odds of shiny hunting in Dynamax Adventures is 1 in 100 if you are using the shiny charm. If you go solo, you turn animations off, you can blow through, 30, 40 DAs in a single day, on average. For someone like Kartana, I could blow through 100 Dynamax Adventures in a day. Like, Dynamax Adventures is not that bad when you're doing off-screen. Like, part of the reason it took so long was that when I was doing with you guys. So, like, I had to have animations on, which massively slows down the whole pace of it. I actually counted out the math. A normal Dynamax adventure for Ho-Oh was between 20 minutes to half an hour with animations on. You turn animations off, Dynamax adventures go down to, like, a little over 5-6 minutes. Yeah, you don't realize how long those animations take. Because, yeah, a move animation takes what? 3, 4, 5 seconds? Dynamax moves take maybe a minute for them to do. Well, now think about it like this. You have 5 Pokemon, all using, at the very least, what? 2, 3, 4 moves per turn. So you have 4 turns, say, we'll just round it to 3 turns. Everything goes once, so that's 15 attacks. And assume, one of those in the Dynamax raid boss always gets, 2 moves in because they cheat, and one of them is generally a max move. So, that's a minute right there per turn. That's already, freaking 2 minutes, 3 minutes you're spending on animations just from Dynamax moves. Add in the other stuff. That's 3 minutes in total, if not 4 or 5 minutes, you're spending on just animations. Then multiply that over the 4 Dynamax adventure battles. You're spending 10 minutes just waiting for animations to go, but it's split up over little bite-sized second bits. You cut all of that out. You can blast through Dynamax adventures like they're nothing. I've gotten a Shiny Charm in a single game. That is an amazing name, Slow Trays. I love that name. But welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Haven't completed the Pokédex in any game. Yikes. Honestly, it's gotten pretty easy to complete the Pokédex in the modern games. Because I'm always lazy to go catch every Pokemon, and then the other game, and then catch those, use Pokemon Home. Then I gotta catch, don't even know where it is. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I generally have help from my friends. If you have online, there's actually entire Discords and subreddits that are specifically made to help people fill out their Pokédex, and I've also helped people. ! Discord will bring you up to the Discord link for our Discord. Excuse me. Sorry, I get the hiccups. If you need help filling out the Pokédex for Sword and Shield, I'd be happy to help. I would be very happy to help, because I remember how annoying it was for me getting my decks filled out, and I'm always happy to help people fill their decks out. Because it is a pain. Because the thing, you're not really supposed to fill the decks out on your own. That's actually one of the main reasons why Pokemon actually has version exclusives. That's why a lot of Pokemon are actually kind of rare. Is actually specifically to encourage people to cooperate and trade with one another. It's just the devs didn't think that far ahead to realize that people don't think that way. They didn't realize people would behave like people and go the easier way personally, which is just not interact with people. They did not realize that when they were making Pokemon games the first time. Granted, they also made these games back in the 90s when the internet wasn't a thing, so people generally were more social. So it does at least make a little bit of sense. Legends, Arceus decks. Yeah, I can help you with Crane. I can help you with that. I can help you with that, Blorb. At some point, I am going to need to hop back on my Legends profile to actually finish the entire Pokédex in there so I can start shiny hunting Arceus in BDSP. Because once I finally get my shiny Arceus in BDSP, I am restarting my Legends so I can hunt for that damn 0-speed Enamorus. That is going to be a long time. One thing makes it annoying is... Yep. That's one of the reasons why I turn animations off. Because even NPCs are bad sometimes. Depending on the Dynamax adventure target you're going for, you can actually just brute force straight through the game. Commandos level only appearance. Yeah. Yeah, I have Commandos. The way that it actually works is you can just trade the same Cranidos back and forth, and every time you trade that same Cranidos, it will still register that as a new capture of a Cranidos. So you can just trade a Cranidos back 6 times, and you get 6 Cranidos registrations. It's hilarious. Yeah, I think that they make the NPCs kind of bad for a reason, but depending on what depending on what Dynamax Adventure raid boss you're actually going for, the NPCs don't really have too much bearing on it. Like, I was able to very easily do Ho-Oh solos, you just gotta get a rock type and crush it. The only Dynamax Adventures I would say you need intelligent allies for is Zygarde. Like, Zygarde's the big one. Zygarde is the big one. Like, the funny thing is, I actually got my Zygarde doing a solo DA for my shiny. Zygarde's like the big one. Groudon and Kyogre, generally Kyogre a bit more than Groudon. You can handle Groudon solo, but Kyogre is much more difficult to handle. Is Zygarde, and I think like the only depending on like your Heatran wasn't really that bad because it's cripplingly weak to ground. I have the every edition. E. No, everyone does have Home E. Yeah, E. Home's free. Yeah, the way that Pokemon Home works is there's the free version, and then there's like the premium version that just gives you more spaces. Hey Ember, how you doing? Yeah, Home is very weird in the way it works, but yeah, it's a free version of Home, which is just 30 box spaces. Yeah, Home was always free. It's the only part of Home that you formerly needed to basically pay to access was the transferring stuff up from like past generations, but now that is also free. So yeah, Home everyone can get. Everyone has the ability to access and get Pokemon Home now for free, which is good. Hey, how you doing, Metal? How you doing, Metal? Also, if one of the mods, please go grab both Metal Mental and Ember's link. How are you guys doing? What is the guess? Metal, what is the what? Wait. Huh? Jafax? What's Jafax rage? What is a Jafax rage? What is a Jafax rage? I'm curious. We're all together. Oh, nice. That's cool. Oh, Comic-Con! I've always wanted to go to Comic-Con. What's it like there? Oh, that's nice. I hope you guys are enjoying Comic-Con. Oh, I gotta flip a new sandwich. Jafax Comic-Con. Currently doing Tyro, Shiny, and Pokemon Shield. Yay. Comic-y. I mean, I know what a Comic-Con is. I've never been to them. But I've always wanted to go to one of them. My brother's gone to PAX. It's actually where he got the Godzilla glass plate thing. He got that at PAX. But I've never been to Comic-Con. I want to go to Comic-Con at some point. I'm glad you're very happy. Glad you're very happy. Oh, nice stuff, Corb. We love Corby. Corb is very happy. Deathly One Fine, I'm serious, JFAC YouTuber. Mod's Deathly Hunting the JFAC. Exact. That's what I was thinking. I was like, who's this JFAX guy? I've never heard of JFAX. Well, thank you very much for that raid, guys. Known as the house bringing glass. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. That was amazing. That was great. That was delightful. JFAX is in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Is that on like Michigan, like main Michigan, or is that on like the top? Is that on the is that on the mitten of Michigan, or is that on like the top part? Like, you would not believe. I used to have a geography class, like a mapping class in high school. The number of people that used to think in that class that Michigan, like the mitten, and then Michigan, like the upper peninsula. So many people thought that those were two separate states, and it was hilarious. Because we had a test, well, it was like a weekly quiz, where it was like, okay, label all the states correctly. And if you don't label any of them correctly next time, you need to only know the ones you didn't know. And so many people would just continue to get Michigan wrong. It was funny. Thank you, Pink. Thank you, Pink. We love Pink as well. We love all of the friends. I've heard great things about Comic-Con. Just wanted to say hi. Make sure the Delta Knight will finish up. Nice. I've never played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I have never. I mean, I played it once, and it was for like not even an hour, like 30 minutes. I think is how long I played it for. I'm not a big Mario Kart guy. Like party games like that, I really only enjoy when I'm in the same room as the other people. The way that I phrase it is, games like Smash and Mario Kart are only fun for me when you can go from within the span of 10 seconds wanting to clock your friend's lights out for trash talking to giving them a high five for an amazing dunk. Like, that is what makes those games for me. And not having, like, that in-person interaction kind of removes a bit for me. But I know a lot of people who, like, they don't, need the same, like, face-to-face interaction for it, and I'm, like, very happy for them. But I know I personally just cannot enjoy them to the same extent. Because for me, it's less of, like, the game itself, and it's more of, like, the experience with the people I'm playing with. Oh, it's a Ditto. Hello, Ditto. We love you too, Pink. We love all of the friendos. We love all of the friendos. But yeah, so, how have you guys been? Hope you guys have been well. But yeah, again, if you guys haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, if you need help with the Pokedex for the games, do not forget to join the Discord. Later today, because I'm probably not going to be doing another Tears of the Kingdom stream later tonight, because I, once again, am running on about 4 hours, maybe less of sleep tonight. Well, last night. So, probably not going to be in the most mentally coherent status to be playing Tears of the Kingdom. And flurry rush dodging every Lionel like where Keanu leaves in a Matrix movie. Probably don't have that coordination today. Also don't have the focus to, actually focus on doing side quests, and I'd probably lose my temper pretty quickly. So, I'm kind of just taking a night off from that. But I will be, like, doing some Pokedex stuff if you guys need help with Pokedex things. Also, still need to finish, getting Legends Arceus finished. Yeah, I still haven't completed the Pokedex in Legends because reasons. And I'm going to be completing that, starting a shiny hunt for Arceus. And once I finally get my shiny Arceus, I am going to be restarting my Legends Arceus file, because I am looking for a 0-speed Enamorus. Not a shiny Enamorus, because I know it's shiny locked, but a 0-speed Enamorus for competitive purposes. What is that chicken? Question, does normal Goomy go from Scarlet to Violet? Yes, I believe it would. Because you cannot get regular Sliggoo into regular Goodra in those games, to my knowledge. They could have patched that with the Pokemon Home Access, but I do remember very, very heavily that you could not bring in regular Arcanine. You could not bring in regular Samurai. You could not bring in, like, the regular versions of those Pokemon into Legends. They might have changed that. I would be very surprised if they changed that. But that should work. I have not tested myself, but it should work, I think. 3K for a legendary chest. No idea what that is, Blorb. But yeah, I'm gonna be shiny hunting. I'm gonna be 0-speed IV hunting that Enamorus. And for those who don't know how annoying 0-speed, I keep wanting to say shiny, but I know it's not. For those who don't know how annoying it is to get a 0-speed Enamorus, you get 1 per save file. The only way to check the IVs of Enamorus: save, turn off, open home. Meaning if it doesn't have the right speed IV, you gotta restart the entire game. Yeah. Which means I'm gonna need to get on that, like, super epic, mega ultra speedrun grind set to just blitz through Legends as fast as humanly possible. By the way, gameplay demo, placeholder music. For the model, what the hell placeholder music was on to? What the fuck? I can't even read what the hell that is. It's Japanese Echo. Why is Echo sending me stuff in Japanese? I don't speak Japanese, Echo. I'm not like you. Quit helping me. Look at me. Oh, there's Humberto. Lionheart Blaze. Yes, I'm trying to get zero speed. Yes. But yeah, I think that it should evolve into Hisui and Gumi. Unless it just like, oh, this thing will not evolve. Which, it would be weird if it was, oh yeah, this thing cannot evolve. That'd be so stupid. But yes, again, guys, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Despite the math, I realized that I might be wrong. Oh. What? Wait, Echo messed up the math. Okay, Echo messed up the math. It may not be a 3% chance of getting it. Which means I may not need to actually do a 33 resets to get my damn Namorous. It's not going to be fun. It is not going to be fun to play Legends again that many times. Because it's not only a long game, it's just a lot of tedium. I guess the best way of doing it would be try and grind out as much as I can, like, as quick as possible. So, like, catch a lot of Pokemon and, like, evolve them. I'll need to figure out the best way of, like, speed running that game. I'm not a speedrunner by trade. However, I'm gonna need to figure out how to speedrun Legends if I want to have, like, a shred of sanity after I finish that Enamorous hunt. It's either needs 1 or 0 in speed, so it's a 1 in 16 chance. Cut in half because 3 IVs are perfect. That's 150. That's... yeah, so that's pretty much the other 1 in 32. Yeah, 1 in 32, that's about, you bet 3%, so about 30-something encounters, yeah. It's not going to be fun. So... most GUIs can tell you it is if it is below 0. Is if it is 0, it is below 20 in that IV. So I just don't know what odds that are at that point. Okay, that's... okay, so that's actually a little bit better. Okay. So... assuming you catch the Enamorous. Okay, so we're already, like, taking out that. Okay. Actually, this is math time. This is math corner with MetaMax is trying to figure out the odds of the Enamorous. So, grit values can help you determine if it is it below 20? Yeah. Okay, so if it's below 20, it will tell you that. It will also tell you if it's 0. So, that is... so, does it tell you if it is 20 exactly or only 19 or less? Okay. Crabs, straight missiles to the air. Remember when... I have never played that far into Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so I have no idea. Hello there, Dark Moon Sylveon. Can one of the mods go grab Dark Moon Sylveon's link? How are you doing? And thank you for the lurks. Okay, so... I guess depending on what it is. Okay. Okay, so it tells if it's 19 or less. Okay. So 19 out of 31. Well, no, technically it'd be 32 because it's, 0 and then, okay, so 1 out of 30. So that is a 19 and 32 odds. Honestly, that's not that bad. That's slightly over 50-50 odds, like, per reset. Okay. That actually, like, really shortens it. Like, more lightning or more rituals. I have no idea what you mean. Disaffection to home. I'm doing well, Dark Moon. I'm doing very well, but you should be resting. You should rest if you have Sense Affection. No, I decided more rituals. So what are rich? I have no idea what game you're even playing, Blorb. I have no clue what game you're talking about. So let's see. So that's so 1 in 19. So let's say technically it's 2 in 19. So 2 in 19 is pretty much a 10% chance. That's pretty much a 10% chance. Oh, so that eliminates 12. I think it's a 10% chance. I think it's about a 10% chance, actually. All things go with that math, because if... Yeah, that narrows stuff down. Well, technically it would be... 18, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So technically, because of that, that's about a 1 in 10 odds. Okay. Because you can tell immediately right off the bat whether or not it's okay. Not far from completing Legends. And completing... Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, E. I'm going to be getting E. I'm going to be getting the Dex completed. It's going to be Shiny Hunting Arceus. Then I'm restarting that game to get my Enamorous. 10% chance. 10% per check in home. Oh, so you decide to play at PC. Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of it, so I don't really know much about mini games. That's a big thing you're gonna find is I know very little about most games. I know a lot when it comes to Pokemon. I don't know a lot about other games. It's something that we've been working on trying to correct as time's gone on. It's been getting better. It is an ongoing issue in the plot of the Metamax's life that is being slowly resolved. Gosh, should I actually shoot shrimp missiles? That is a context thing right there that needs to be contexted, because that sounds hilarious. That actually sounds hilarious. So let me do a little bit more of this math checking. So the IVs can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. However, 0 is already known. It'll tell you if it's 0. And then you can... So it is 1 in 32. 1 in 32 odds. Plus 1 in... I mean, I'll need to figure out what these IVs are, because it kind of it's. I'm apologies if like the math mumbling is getting a bit annoying. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell the odds of this Enamorous are, because it's a legitimate weird math thing where trying to find your probability of getting a 0 speed Pokemon in a game where you can't actually check the speed values directly. You need to have a general range to check from. It's very, very weird. The way Legends does things is strange. Dang it, no shinies. But yeah, so that's 19, so that's 2. It'd be 1 in 19. Yeah, 1 in 30. 1 in 32. Oh, so that just removed it. So I guess it's more a thing of it's only. So it's you know the 0 speed if it is 0 speed. Okay. So if it knows this is plasma shrimp and shot missiles every time hit an enemy, nice. That sounds fun. Big robot. Weird. So, okay, so if it's... That means then it's a 1 in 18 odds of getting that. So it's either you know at default that it's that, and then it's a 1 in 18 shot. Okay. So that makes it just 1 in 18. So if the Rust has 0 speed, I can tell that. I'm gonna lurk for a bit because I don't have anything to talk about other than Randy Bun. Understandable, Melon. Understandable. The lurks are always heavily appreciated. Yeah, I mean, granted, rambling on about stuff is kind of what we do best here. It's also kind of exacerbated by the fact that I'm running on, like, minimal brain power. I'm going to send you a video of some footage because I'm bad at scrubbing. Fair enough. Fair enough. Honestly, video descriptors are probably the best way of things. Probably the best. Nah, not there. Mind if I maybe talk about airplanes after a minute? Maybe. The only DD is ready for... Oh, Omar, you get that Undertale reference out of here. You get that Undertale reference bullshit out of this chat, Omar. You know how we feel about that game here. You know how we feel about that game. So you need to try and get it 0 because I'm not following. Don't need. Yep. Yeah, let's just say personal history with that game is exceedingly negative to the point of there is nothing positive about that game because people have kind of completely been toxic in my... Like, these are IRL people that I know who have, like, kind of made that game nothing but toxic. So it's like, it's one of those things that we just, by policy, is not here. Hello there, Goringo. Hello there, Goringo. Never noticed. Never noticed that GBs was an actual thing that Pokemon had. Yeah, Echo over-assumes how much I understand about Pokemon. About how much I paid attention when it came to Legends. Don't worry. No! No, Omar! You get that shit out of here. You get that shit out of here, Omar. You get that shit out of here. You get that stuff up. Punched a lava worm. To quote Chugga, what is it with worm enemies that are harmless and do nothing? That was a legitimate observation that Chugga made in like a number of his games. There's always just floating worm enemies that never do anything. And yet the game makes you be a jerk and kill them. Games. Games just don't like worms. George Watt, I've never heard of that descriptor for HISUI and Growlithe. But I'm taking that one, Go Ringo. I like that name. I like that nickname. I would say we are Mr. L. I would say we are. Let's see. I have an insane amount of items, so the worm's probably harder than it was. Yeah, maybe. It's probably meant to be harder. Meant to be more difficult. Omar, you get that out of here. You get those references out of here. We don't take kindly to them their references in these parts. Not worth it. Gold bottle caps are not worth it. In this game, gold bottle caps are completely worthless to me. It is so easy to get regular bottle caps that it is not worth going for gold bottle caps. It's funny, like, after how just absurd it was for me to go and grind gold bottle caps back in Sword and Shield, because they actually were a lot more helpful back in that game, because it was harder to get bottle caps in that game, so it made converting 3 bottle caps into a singular gold bottle cap more worth it. But in this game, it's far easier to get regular bottle caps, so there's basically no point in actually going for gold bottle caps. Yeah, again, it's all efficiency and grinding. It is all grinding efficiencies that I optimize. Hello there, welcome back. You have returned. Midnight, how are you doing? Guys, seriously. Like, this is the serious face. No Undertale jokes. I'm serious. No. No, you did not, Midnight. We have not gotten a shiny yet. We have not gotten the sparkle yet. Doggo still doesn't want to shine. Doggo is being a shoe. Doggo is being a shoe. Doggo is being very, very, very shoe. Very, very shoe. We've been over this in previous things. Let's just say that game is nothing but associated with toxicity because of some people I've known IRL. No, see, like, when I say a number, I mean like 25 people. Where that game is associated with nothing but toxicity for me. I have nothing but animosity toward that game because of those people. And I am not going to elaborate any further. Long-running joke, Midnight. Basically, I picked that up from Infernamin, where he would always call a shine that takes forever to sparkle a shoe. And I just gradually just subsumed that terminology into myself. And I now just refer to shinies that take way too long as a shoe. Because they are being a shoe. Yeah, it's a thing that I just absorbed from Infernamin. AKA Landon. Yeah. It's a shoe. You just call it a shoe. It's like when Gordon Ramsay called people a donut. It's like, oh no. Yeah, there was a time that Gordon Ramsay called someone a plank, and they didn't know what he meant by calling them a plank, and my entire thing is, like, that's why you're a plank. That is exactly why. If you don't realize why, it's like, yeah, that's probably the reason. Yeah, just absorb. I agree, feedback is boring. I did not care for... Granted... They tried to make feedback like the hero alien to the way too high of an extent in Omniverse. Like, they tried too hard. They tried way too hard with feedback. And like, feedback can contain the entire expansion of the Big Bang and can literally remake the universe because he's like, no, that's stupid. Like, why? They went way, way too aggro with that. They tried way too hard to make feedback cool. It's like, it's just edgy. It's just trying too hard. Wait at the pole, go to mission. You go to sleep? No, because I couldn't fall back asleep. Yeah, I have this very unfortunate habit, Midnight, of if I wake up, I basically just can't fall back asleep. Like, I can only fall back asleep after, like, several hours. So I'm running on, like, 4 hours of sleep right now. And it's not looking good for our hero. It's several 4 hours of sleep. It's why we're not going to have another Tears of the Kingdom stream later tonight. So, yeah, I hope Sly's not streaming Tears of the Kingdom tonight, because I can't be your palate cleanser. So, if Sly is playing Tears of the Kingdom, just avert your eyes and wear a blindfold, because it's just going to be painful. Literally the same way once a week. Yeah. For me, it's very difficult to go back to sleep after I've woken up. Goodbye, Mr. L. It's very, very difficult for me to go back to sleep. Like, if I get up and, like, walk around, which I have to because I, get out of my bed and go out to the living room to go watch out the Fluffo, I cannot go back to sleep. I cannot go back to sleep unless, like, several hours have elapsed. And that oftentimes, is, like, half a day. At least. I did have the Flufo as company. I did have the Flufo. We love the Flufo. But yeah, it was an okay morning. I'm honestly almost debating after this batch of eggs we're probably going to end off, because I'll be real, my eyes are starting to hurt a bit, and not like a headache, like a bit of a mildish headache, but we'll try and power through it as much as we can. Hello, Gavin Superior Galaxy, welcome in. Really could not sleep, I stayed awake 24 hours. Like, that's not good, Melon. That's not good. Though I've had times where I cannot fall asleep either. But yeah. Not sure how long we're gonna be going for, though, because again, my slight headache is starting. But it's not like, it isn't like splitting headache. It's like dull numbness right behind the eyes. So we'll try and go power through it. I have Arceus and Scarlet Violet. Nice, very nice. Also have a headache. The ghost of headache. Yeah. I mean, I feel like all of us have, like, migraines to varying degrees. And again, guys, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Maybe if I'm feeling up to it later tonight, we will do another Tears of the Kingdom stream, if I'm feeling more awake and more up to it. But I do not make any promises on that happening. I don't want to, like, I don't want to promise, like, we'll be doing, Tears of the Kingdom when I'm just too tired to continue on. I did feel, like, legitimately bad when I said, like, yeah, we're gonna hunt Grookey, and then we had dinner, and I just was wiped out. I don't think a nap would work, because I take medication for ADD Midnight, and one of the side effects of that medication is insomnia. So if I take that medication, I need to basically wait for it to burn itself off before I can, like, sleep. So it's not. Yeah, it is. What is sleep? Sleep doesn't exist. What is sleep? I think we at the very least are going to be hatching 90 eggs so far. Adderall. Oh, wow, okay, so we hatched 100, okay. 120 eggs in total today. Honestly, I can vibe with that. I can vibe with 4. I thought we only hatched 3 boxes. I can call it a day with 120 eggs hatched and be satisfied. I can be satisfied with that. Once it didn't work. Interesting. Yeah, I've been taking Adderall for my ADD ever since, like, what, 6th grade? Yeah. I have to thank my math teacher from 6th grade. Because she was the one that basically said, you know, I think your son might have ADD. Like, you might want to get your son checked out for, like, ADD, ADHD to my parents. And I had ADD. And it has honestly been, like, a much, much better experience of everything since, you know, I've gotten the medication for the ADD to get that under control. So it was like, yeah, I actually have to teach for that. I'm doing okay today. I'm doing okay, King Sarahs. Slight headache from lack of sleep, but doing okay. It is indeed goodest boy Growlithe. Growlithe is indeed a good doggo. I mean, I do actually own a goodest of doggos. She is a Samoyed with a big white Flufo dog. Big. Well, technically they are a medium-sized dog, but they are poofy. They imagine a small polar bear. That's basically that. They're adorable. They are fantastic. They are very snuggle, very head pat, and despite the fact that she's what, like 13, 12 or 13 years old at this point. I think she's 12 years old at this point. She still has the energy of a puppy. Like, it's impressive that she still has the energy of a puppy at 12. Doing good. She got a Fire Flower plushie. Nice. I showed the Floofer was on screen yesterday, Blorb. The Floofer was on screen yesterday, and the Floofer will also be featured in an upcoming short. So there will be more Floofer. Well then, Blorb, I highly recommend you go back and watch yesterday's stream, because there is Floofer. There was indeed Floofer yesterday. Oof. We love the Floofer. Luna is precious. Luna is precious, Flufo. We love Flufos. They are delightful. I mean, doggos are just perfect. It is. Well, remember, we're Italian. We are Italian. So, it made sense. It made logical sense. Yeah, and she's also a show dog. So she was in taking on to shows, and she's a grand champion. She is indeed very fluff. She is very fluff. Yeah, she's a sweetie. She's very rambunctious, but we think it's a bit of an attention thing. I'm waiting on 3 more plushies to come in the mail. Nice. Yeah, we do 1,000 miles. Like, yes. Yeah. Though the thing is, if you wear dark clothes, not a good idea to give her hugs, because she's basically constantly, Samoyeds and, like, big fluffy dogs are basically constantly shedding. And I generally liked, I used to like wearing, like, darker clothes. And, you know, you give them a hug. But if you're wearing, like, a dark colored shirt, the white fur just, like, magnet onto your clothes, and it does not come off. Like, it somehow, like, weaves itself into the clothing. It's just impressive. Like, we have specialized, like, pet hair removing brushes, and there are times we need to basically take a pair of tweezers to some of the fur and, like, pull the individual things of fur out. They are woven in there so aggressively. I mean, when you're wearing dark colors, and you have all these, like, weird white streaks, because there's a lot of it across it, it just makes it look very, 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 very weird. Because, like, you can wash them in the washing machine, but the fur doesn't come out. The fur does not come out in the washing machine. I wear black, but it's okay, I'll deal with it later. Yeah, that's the thing, is you spend a long time deferring stuff. I mean, the other thing is we basically have to vacuum on a daily basis here, so it's like, again, they don't shed. They snow indoors. They snow. It's a lot of fur. Like, you cannot wear dark colors. You cannot have dark fabric furniture. You cannot have dark carpeting. If you have anything that is like fiber and dark in color, you cannot have that because otherwise it will have all this white fur woven into it just from passive stuff. Waiting for are the Superstar, Mr. Hippo, no idea what that is, and Phantom Blue, no idea what that is either. All of these things are just going right over my head. Aside from like the Superstar, I think that's the Mr. Star. Superstar, that's the Starman from Mario, right? Only imagine how much. Yeah, like there's so much fur, so much fur. Like there is a no shinies yet, and actually I think this is probably gonna be the last egg we hatch, the last batch of eggs we're hatching today. But if you guys haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We generally go a bit longer. We generally go significantly longer than this for our streams. However, I am running on very, very little sleep right now, and I just need to basically rest for a bit. May or may not have another stream later today, where we're going to be doing some Tears of the Kingdom again, if we do end up doing it. Again, may or may not happen. If it doesn't happen, I'm probably going to be recording stuff later today. So, thank you for tuning in. It has been delightful having you here. You guys really make all of this the best. Very worth it. But yeah, my head is starting to hurt a bit. Again, lack of sleep. We can actually get some rest. Sleep tonight. Yeah, I'm going to just sleep like a rock today. Like, I have a feeling my head's gonna hit that pillow and just clock out. Just clocking out for the night. It will be good to get significant amounts of sleep, but just gonna have to do that. Thank you for streaming. Yeah, it's always wonderful streaming. I enjoy the streams. Like, you guys really have no idea how much, like, it actually means when you guys come out to these things. You really have no idea how much it means. Tatsugiri is amusing. I love Tatsugiri. I had to wake up very, very early this morning, and I only got about 4 hours of sleep tonight. So, it's just trying to stream on very, very little sleep is not good. Because if you stare at screens too long without proper rest, you will develop a headache. And you know, it's not a good idea when you are streaming to have a, you know, splitting headache. Generally not the best for you or the viewers. So it is like it sort of comes and it goes. Like there's times like, yeah, like the headache is just like not present, and then there's times it just comes back in a vengeance. So it's like it's incredibly inconsistent. But I'm thinking this is going to be it. Last doggo. Not gonna sparkle though. It's not gonna sparkle. It's almost like I know what happens. It's almost like I know when I don't get shinies because this game is being a shoe. We are gonna go on a raid. Let's go find someone to raid. Who's doing some shiny hunting? Oh yes, Sly Guy is doing Big Run. I enjoy Big Run. Big Run is very, very amusing. I enjoy it. Oh yeah, Sabaton's doing a live thing now. Fun. I'll go listen to Sabaton later. Who is there anyone live right now with some Pokemon stuff? Oh yeah, Pokemon's got some VGC stuff going on live right now. Fun! Okay, no one seems to be doing Pokemon stuff right now. No one seems to be doing Pokemon stuff. I guess we could go raid. Yeah, no one's really doing Pokemon stuff. It's like Big Run. Oh, Kelso's doing HISUI. Okay, I guess we can go raid Kelso. I don't know why that didn't pop up there. We'll go raid Kels. We have never raided Trainer Kels before. She is small channel, and we love to help out the small friendos. Still gotta think of a new outro for the channel. Still gotta think of a new stream outro. That is a very work in progress. See you guys next time. Goodbye.